Okay, folks, we're looking at job 42 where we're going to get into a little more word art and some shapes here for us. So let's start by adding a page border. So first thing we want to do is we want to go up to design. We'll hit our page border and we can pick any kind of page border we want. So I'm going to go to box. I'm going to get a nice one. Yeah, that's my girl right there. Looks nice. So I have a nice little page border, and now I want to get some word art to place my name in the center of the page. So, okay, so we're about to place our names in the center of the page. Make sure this is set to top when you're dealing with word art and pictures. It will throw you off if not. So just make sure that your vertical alignment is set to top. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our word art in. I'm going to choose any word art. I'm going to choose this one. This one looks nice. And I'm going to type in my name, Mr. Valconi. Perfect. And now I can swing this thing around wherever I want as long as I click and drag it to the appropriate spot. I'm going to put that right in the middle of my page. Looking good. Now, there's a whole bunch of things we can do with word art, which is why it's so cool. So if we go to some of our effects here, we can transform this thing. So I can make it look however I want. I can make it look like a cool pyramid, or I could give it like a nice, cool reflection. Whoa. Or if I really wanted to, I could make it look like a cool circle, and that hurts my brain to look at. So maybe I will just pick a nice basic one, or maybe like a nice little wave. Yeah, that's nice and calming. So perfect, we're in good shape here. I want you to notice something too. There's this little rotator handle, and if you click and drag this, it's going to allow you to rotate your object so I can make it do cartwheels or other cool stuff. Now, the whole point of this job is just to get familiar with the shapes categories. So the idea is you want to pick one of each of these categories and insert it into your job. So let's pick a line. We'll draw a line, nice and easy. And I want you to mess around with this. I want you to change your line purple or green or whatever color you want. I want you to mess around with the weight, make it thick or make it thin or change it to dashes or whatever you'd like to do. Make some mistakes. Try to make yours look creative. Whatever you want to do, the idea is to try to explore all the menu options. So we did one from that category. We'll move to our rectangles, and I'll pick this cool looking one. Looks good, and I can rotate this however I want. I can change the color of it. I can change the outline border of this if I want, or I could even just be super lazy and pick one of the presets that are available to me here. Okay, so there's a lot of different options that we can kind of choose from when we're working with these kind of things. So just explore it. The only other thing I want you to explore is I want you to do some layering here. So I want you to be able to put this over top and say, okay, well, maybe I don't want this weird looking rectangle on top. Maybe I want the line on top. So how do we do that? You need to go to the arrange, and if we want this to be behind that, we need to send it backwards, and then my line will be coming forwards over top of it. Looks good. Now, the only other thing we want to do is we want to add a text box to the bottom of the page. So we're going to go to Insert. We are going to go to our text box, and we're going to draw one, and we're going to put it at the bottom of the page, and we want to put the date in it. So we can do that by inserting, just like we've done a bunch of times. We'll click on our date, and I will put my date in there. Lovely. And I might even make it a little bigger just so we can see it. And now, what's the only other thing I kind of need to do here? I need to change the shape of the text box, which is a pretty cool thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our shape format here, and we're going to go to this weird kind of looking thing where it says Edit Shape. And now we can choose whatever shape we want for our text box, for our text box. So I can pick whatever one I want. It says let's pick one from the stars and banners. That's cool with me. You can pick one from the stars and banners group. So I picked a really cool looking star because that's what you all are, stars. All right, and we can rotate this shape as much as we want as well. Okay. So by the end of this, you should have something that looks like this, but not even close to the same shapes I've picked. You should pick 8 shapes, one from each of the categories, name in word art, and then a cool looking text box down here. It also says add 2 pieces of clip art of your choice. that's nice and easy. We can find our own clip art either using our insert pictures online or just by Googling pictures of clip art and copying and pasting them in.